welcome to Vale of Avoca. Now this little hike is just outside of North Richmond, and this is going to be my very first overnight hike. It's not an overly difficult track. I've been here several times and done shoots from the lookout at the top here at the Vale of Avoca. But today I'm going to walk down to the river, take my time, get down there, have a bit of lunch along the way, and then set up camp. So this is actually, as I say, my first overnight hike. I'm testing out my tent for the first time, with my sleeping bag. I can't wait to jettison this bag. It's a little bit big and bulky and heavy to be hiking with, but it's what I have at the moment. There's lots of things to learn as I do this. It's going to be a great challenge, great adventure as well. I'm really looking forward to it. So there's the car. It stays there for the night. I'm heading that way, so let's get on with it. Let's go. Well, that's it. For anybody that has been following me for a little while, this place will look a little bit familiar. I have posted from here, done recordings from here. So there's the river all the way down there. That's where I'm heading to. So we'll see. It's not overly raging, which is good. I don't want a raging river while I'm camping next to it. But that's the valley. A little hazy today, but nonetheless, that's where we're going. So let's get on with it. Now years ago, well I still do it, but not to the same extent and extreme, but years ago I used to do a lot more real off-road four-wheel driving. And I remember a couple of times we used to come to a place out of North Richmond, and it was called the boat ramp. That's all I ever knew it as. But I lost track of where it actually was over the years because I wasn't doing the four-wheel driving like I was and whatnot. But I actually have a funny feeling these two tracks here were some of the original tracks we used to play on and go in and out of the boat ramp on. If you know this area and you know the boat ramp out of North Richmond, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know if it is the same area. I actually think it is. Anyway, can't reminisce, time to keep moving. These cicadas are just unrelenting. I think I should have brought earplugs to be able to sleep tonight. Maybe they'll change their tune and buzz me a lullaby. Who knows? Not sure how much you can see down there, but the river's down there. That's where I'm heading. But this is the descent, still going down. My only problem fear is coming back out tomorrow. This just doesn't seem to end going down, and it's going to be worse coming out tomorrow. Well, it's still warm. I'm almost down to the river. I've descended a bit further, but I was right. This is the boat ramp. That's it there. Concrete. That'll be home for the night. Well, I've made it down to the Gross River. That's it there. It's fairly shallow in this section and all very sandy as well. But that was an hour and 40 minutes hiking down, taking my time, taking a few stops. I can see it's going to be a far longer hike back up there tomorrow. But this is home for the night. I'm high and dry, well above the water level. I'm on a bit of an embankment. I'll camp further back though, just in case the river does come up at some point. which I don't think so. There's very little forecast of rain, and there's been a little rain for the last few days. So now I'm going to have some lunch and then set up camp and enjoy the location for the afternoon. Hang around. Well, good evening and welcome to my campsite for the night. Now, I got down here a little while ago, and as you can see, I've set up. I've been scratching around doing a few little things around the place. Been for a swim. That was really nice after the hike in and the high temperatures. Very refreshing and very therapeutic too, I think. The cold water plunge and helping to get all that lactic acid out of the muscles. So I've had a little bit of a scratch around and a little bit of a walk up and down the river. I haven't ventured too far because it has actually been fairly warm. It's now, it's about 5:45 now, so it's actually really nice temperature. It's cool, got a lot of cloud cover, unfortunately. That's not good for me because I was hoping to be able to do an astro shoot tonight, but once again, the weather gods are against me on that one. As I say, I've been scratching around doing a few things. I've boiled the kettle, boiled the billy a couple of times and refilled my water bottles. I've got to do that another couple of times to get some more water back into my drinking bladder that I have in my backpack. I've got to allow that to cool before I go on with it, but that'll happen. I'll get there for that. Otherwise, it is just so peaceful down here. Believe it or not, I did have a visitor, old mate. It's camped downstream, probably about 1.5 km. You can just see him on the line of sight when he crosses the river. So he came for a wander up and say hello. Otherwise, that's it. I saw one hiker this morning when I was still at the car, and that old mate down the road here, down the river. So that's it. As I said, I'm camped up on this ledge here, and the water level is actually dropping. I've been keeping an eye on it. It's actually dropping, so that's a good thing for me. It means I'm not going to get flooded out, but unfortunately, it means we're running out of water, so to speak, which is a problem. But anyway, it's still deep enough for me to swim in and freshen up. So that's it for now. I do have dinner to cook. I might do a video a little bit later when I'm cooking dinner and just show you my setup. Now, with all my videos and these hikes I'm doing, I'm just starting out, as I said earlier today, doing these overnight hikes. So there's still a lot of trial and error, experimentation, and I have to admit, a massive learning curve. So much to still learn. Even though I did camping as a kid and scouts and a four-wheel drive and the likes, hiking in with everything on your back and trying to minimise weight and get everything right, it's a whole new world, so to speak. But I'm looking forward to that challenge. So there'll be more. I will reveal more of my equipment and things and my setups in other videos. No point doing it all in the first video because then there's nothing left. So anyway, I'm going to probably go for another swim now, just freshen up before dinner. As I say, it's just before 6 o'clock. Still got some light left, so I'm going to cook in daylight today. Make things a lot easier for myself. And I'm going to enjoy the silence. Don't stick your fork through the packet. Probably should use a spoon to mix. Here we go, 15 minutes. It's looking good. Looks a good feed. Let's go. Good morning, and this is it. I've got up early this morning. No thanks to the cockatoos. They certainly know how to party. They didn't go to sleep until about 9 o'clock last night, and the first sign of light this morning, and they were at it again about 5 o'clock. So I've been up since about then. Didn't get out of bed right on time, but anyway. So now it's time to start trekking back. As you can see, all packed up. Everything's back in the backpack, loaded. It's one heavy pack, but anyway. Pretty much only footprints left, which is exactly how we want it. No rubbish, everything's put away. Pack it out, take it with me. So yeah, bit of an overcast day today, but still very humid. So I'm going to see how I go today. Take my time to head out, no rush. One thing I do, and everybody should really do it, leave your details with a couple of people. I've left my details, the hike that I'm doing, the map, the track and all that. One with my wife and one with another mate that usually we go and do day hikes together. And I've told them that I will be back at my car and contacting them by 2 o'clock. So I know I've got plenty of time to make it, but if they don't hear from me by 2 o'clock, I'm sure they'll be on the phone trying to find me, make sure that I am safe and sound. And at a reasonable hour, I don't know what that is actually, but at a reasonable hour, if I'm not back and not in contact with them at least, well then things will be put in place to come looking for me, raise the alarm or whatever they need to do. So yeah, so I really advise, letting people know and having an ETA and sticking to it. There's no point giving an ETA and then going, I'm going to detour off the track and go somewhere else, and I'll get home when I get home. You really do need to stick to your ETA back, and give it to friends, family that you know will actually act on it. It's no point then 6 or 8 hours later going, oh yeah, I wonder where they are. 6 or 8 hours could be way too late. So anyway, time to mount up, load up, and get out of here. Let's go. Well, you can see I made it back to the car safe and sound. I tell you what, there's a learning curve and experiment for this hike. I did learn a lot. I may be reasonably medically fit. I'm certainly not hiking physically fit. That took a bit of a toll climbing up out of there, but all learning. Thing was, I just took my time, drank plenty of water. The good thing is I've still got water left, so that tells me I'm packing enough in. I don't feel dehydrated or anything, which is good. A few other little learning points while I was away. Wasn't an overly long hike. As I say, 2 hours to come out. Wasn't gone for, I was probably only gone for just on 24 hours actually. But it was a good shakedown hike. I enjoyed it. The solitude down on the river, that was beautiful. Just sitting there watching the birds go by. I did manage to get a little bit of video of some of the birds down there, some of the cockatoos, but not a great deal. Wasn't really there for photography. It's not the greatest of locations to shoot. But anyway, thanks for coming on the hike with me. Stay tuned. There will be more hikes coming up. I've got a few plans. First thing is for me to get a little bit fitter, that's for certain. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification buttons, do all the usual jazz. Share me around as well. Share the link, share the channel. Love to hear from you if you've got any comments. Talk to you later. See ya.